Hello, this video will be doing the chloroplasts, as you can see it over here. So let's see what do we have. Let's start doing it. We selected a good color so where it becomes attractive. So we have to describe the structure of a chloroplast related to its function. So simply the structure of the chloroplast, and this is the diagram of chloroplast, but now we have to describe it in words, getting 9 marks. Now the difficult thing is in such kind of question to know what exactly are the points or how many am I supposed to write. So in short, you should write as many as you can. Okay, you write as many as you can, but then just make sure you are on the track. Once you understand the question, then you can write as many as you can. So let's see, what do we have here. We have stroma, ground substance stroma. Then we have light independent stage. We should be first understanding this concept that actually the chloroplast is divided into 2 parts. Okay, so divided into chloroplast divided into stroma, okay, and grana. I think this is a very old terms, even from primary school. I think you hear such things, okay, but today you will see where exactly these regions are. So when you talk about stroma is this region over here, all this region where these thylakoids are not present, okay, this region. This is the stroma region. This is the stroma region. And then we have, this is where the light independent stage takes place. So light independent, right? Light independent stage. That's too rough, right? Maybe I can make it a bit neater. So the light independent stage takes place here in this region, as you can see. Then we have another region called grana. It's really rough, you can't even read. Grana, right? We have another region called grana, and this grana region is this one here, this one, sorry, this region is the grana region, this one, okay. Now you should know that in this grana we have many thylakoids. They are like this thylakoid and another thylakoid and another thylakoid making up this grana, okay. So this whole thing is grana. This thing over here, this whole thing is grana, but this single thing is thylakoid, okay. And so for that case we have many thylakoids in one grana, or in other words we have a stack of thylakoid in one grana, okay. So hope that's clear. Now let us describe stroma in more details. Now stroma, because there is light independent stage over there, we will have sugars, we will have lipids, starch, ribosomes, and DNA. We will have enzymes such as rubisco, okay. We know rubisco in Kelvin cycle, right? the Kelvin cycle takes place over there. We can mention all that in the region for stroma. And then the light dependent state, which is maybe if you want to understand, if you want to get it here, this is the light dependent stage, and this is the light independent stage. So this one, okay, this one takes place in this region here, in this region over here, okay, and this one actually takes place of, maybe we can have another color so we don't get confused. This one takes place in this thylakoid, this single membrane, this single stack, okay, here. It takes place in this, or it can take place even in this forever, but then it takes place in this thylakoids, okay? So hope that clicked very well. And then this is all about light. There is this internal membrane system, okay? This internal membrane system is actually the grana part, okay? This one, this grana part is the internal membrane system, and this is useful for light dependent stage, as you can see here. So the light dependent stage takes place in internal membrane system, and where does it take place? It takes place in thylakoids, and thylakoids are fluid filled. There is fluid inside these thylakoids. These are all the details which you can write them, but then you are supposed to write maximum you can. So I'll give you the maximum I can from the marking scheme, and then you can whichever you remember, you just write it down in the exam. But then I classified for you nicely so that you don't get confused with the points. I told you that there is stroma and grana, and then you start describing the stroma. The stroma is the region where light independent stage takes place, and then there is chloroplast, there is Kelvin cycle taking place over there, and this is the region where there is no where light is not required, where it cannot trap light, and this is the region where Rubisco kind of enzymes are found which help in light independent stages, such as in Kelvin cycle. Rubisco is used, and these are the region where starch and ribosomes are found, or DNA are found. Okay, you start with stroma, and then you go on with grana. In the grana, you can say that these are the internal membrane systems where light dependent stage takes place. They are made up of thylakoids, okay? They are made up of thylakoids. Now, thylakoids hold these photosynthetic pigments, and so we can get into detail now that there are these photosynthetic pigments as we described earlier. There is chlorophyll A, and there are accessory pigments and primary pigments. Accessory pigments are the ones that trap light, and then they give the energy to primary pigments. And this we say that primary pigments actually are surrounded by accessory pigments, which actually traps the light. Okay, so that's the point here. Then they hold the photosynthetic pigments. This grana actually hold the photosynthetic pigments. Okay, we know that, we already mentioned that. It holds the photosynthetic pigments, which are chlorophyll and accessory pigments, and then they have large surface area for light absorption. Now this is the structure related to its function. Now, because the thylakoid, or grana in other words, okay, because grana, maybe I should write it in proper words. Okay, because grana absorbs light, it has large surface area. Why large surface area? Large surface area to ensure maximum absorption. Okay, that's the thing over there. And pigments are arranged in light harvesting clusters, photosystems. Even this point is very important. We said even in the previous video that actually the pigments are arranged in light harvesting system. The arrangement, we were asked about the arrangement over here, and we say that the pigments are arranged in in light harvesting system. We have these photosystems, right? Photosystem 1 and photosystem 2, which also called P700 and P680. So these pigments are arranged in light harvesting clusters. And then we said we have to talk about primary pigments, reaction centers, chlorophyll A surrounded by accessory pigments. So again, this is the same point about the surrounding, and then accessory pigments pass energy to primary pigments, reaction centers, chlorophyll A. The same point, that accessory pigments take energy and then they pass on. The accessory pigments which are here, they absorb energy from the sun. Okay, then they give this energy to the chlorophyll A. This is chlorophyll A. Okay, so hope that point is very clear. Then we have these different photosystems absorb light at different wavelengths. Membrane hold ATP. Okay, so different photosystems absorb light at different wavelengths. This is very important point. Okay, you should note this. Then membranes hold ATP synthase, electron carriers for photophosphorylation, chemiosmosis. And then we should know that once these membranes over here are not just for show, they also have a role. And we said we are to describe the structure, right? So if we are to describe the structure, we are to describe three things, not only two, because there is stroma, there is grana, and there is the third thing which I had forgotten to mention here, which is number 3, the membrane. Okay, the membrane. So the membrane also, this membrane also help in the entire process. And how does this help? It has ATP synthase, or the electron carrier, and this electron carrier, they help in photophosphorylation or chemiosmosis, the production of ATP. Okay, this is the process occurring in the cell, in the membrane of this chloroplast. We say that in chloroplast we actually get the energy from the plant. However, we need ATP in the plant. So where does ATP? How is ATP produced? It's produced in the chloroplast, in this region called membrane, internal membrane. Okay, the membranes hold. And how is it formed? It's formed by ATP synthase enzyme. So hope this video was helpful and everything is clear. You should understand when you describe the structure, you should describe three things: stroma, grana, and number 3 is membrane. And then you should talk about each in details. And then generally you should talk about the pigments, and also you should talk about the relationship between the pigments and the graphs. All that points can be talked about. in such a question. I'll end the video here. Thank you for listening.